welcome back to my channel. Today we are filming a little college Q&A and I had to bring my roommates, Phoebe and Lily, because I wanted their perspective and I know it will be fun with them and they'll give some good answers. But I know a lot of you guys have found me through my college videos and asked me a bunch of questions, so we wanted to give you all of the tea, all of the real things that you want to know. Okay, first question is, how do you make friends or find your people? So I know that like this is like the main thing that I feel like people are scared of in college, to find your people, but everyone in the first few weeks is trying to make friends. So it's like not awkward at all to walk up to anyone and just be like, hey, or ask anyone to hang out. Like we met Lily, or okay, so me and Phoebe were roommates, and then we just walked up to Lily. Like she was just like outside.
I was on the street.
Yeah. So. And we just walked up to her and we just were chatting, and then now we live together.
And it's especially good to also think, like, compared to high school, you're not in a place where people are judging or caring at all.
Yeah,
like,
not at all.
there's literally so many people and no one cares. Like, no one knows you for anything, so it's really like a fresh start that you can literally make whatever kind of like person you want to be. So really, yeah, when you're making friends, don't be worried about who you are or how people are judging you.
And everyone is wanting to make friends. Right when you get to school, just say hi to everyone and just force yourself out of that comfort zone, and just, because everyone's in the same position, you know? What is the craziest thing you've seen in the dorms?
Oh, stop.
We've seen so many.
Yeah, so many things.
Okay, I would say the main one is pee in the stairwells.
Oh yeah, that's gross.
Okay,
just
but
always
that's,
straight
okay,
up
yes. But I think that that's because of the dorm that we live in. I don't think that's everyone.
What's the biggest difference compared to high school?
For me, like I was saying before with the roommates, is like, or making friends, is that really here, like everyone is so like driven by themselves. It's not something where you have to like go into a group or you have to feel like you belong in a certain place. Like everyone here is truly like on their own journey, doing their own thing, and people are really supportive of that. I know like you guys both have YouTube and your podcast, and especially like,
oh yeah, no one is judging.
Yeah,
no one's judging
something that you
you.
like
It's,
take
cool.
pride in your differences here.
Yeah.
Like it's just that kind of like big openness that people have to different people and perspectives is just like, I think, the biggest and coolest thing.
Also, I think you find people that support your passions in like all different ways at college. Like for me, I have my own podcast, so through that I've connected with so many different journalism students and have been able to connect with people through that. And I think the same goes with both of you with your passions. Also, I'm on the club sailing team here at Syracuse, so I've made a lot of friends through that. So kind of like one of the biggest differences is that like you can find so many people that love the things that you love.
And also a big difference that I never knew is like in high school I was constantly working, staying up late, doing tests, doing activities, and just having like the freedom in college. You do your own thing, you're still busy, you have tons of work, like it is a lot, but like for example, I can go to the gym at noon and just like get my workout out in the middle of the day, which you could never do in high school. So it's just like the schedule is just so different, and it's not just like a set thing every single day. You kind of craft your day every day.
Your whole day is kind of revolved around like work and what work you have to do. So some nights, if none of us have any work, we'll sit on a Monday night and watch a movie or like watch a documentary or like hang out and go do something or go and get dinner. Where in high school, I guess, it was more, I'm stuck to this routine where it's I go to school, come home, do homework, go to sleep, do it again, and then on the weekend I get to, you know, hang out with my friends and stuff like that. But it's so different in college. You're just with them all the time.
And in that same regard, like there's no one pushing you to do your work, so you could do whatever you want, hang out with your friends every night, or you could do your work every night. So it's just like you're building your own schedule by yourself and becoming independent in that way too.
Yeah.
True. Okay, what are some tips to avoid the freshman 15? Okay, I feel like the freshman 15, like you're scared of, I think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie too. I was just about to say that.
Yeah. I think if you grow up with good eating habits, like it's all the people that are not like snacking right.
It's because you have more freedom, I think, in college. So like if you're grocery shopping for yourself or you're making choices at the dining hall, then you choose unhealthy things because they're more appealing. But if you choose to be healthy, then you can be healthy. At the same time though, we kind of make a lot of our own food here.
Yeah.
Just
and
because
we're not like eating like I would say we're probably healthier than the average college student on our eating habits, but I am snacking and everything. Some dining hall food isn't good. You have to remind yourself it's better to eat something too.
Yeah, than eat nothing. Yeah.
That's also, I feel like more than the freshman 15, like diet culture in college is weird too because of like drinking and like you don't have anyone like making you meals, so remember to eat, you know? Okay, the next one is, how do you balance your school life and your social life?
Okay, so for me, it's all about a routine and priorities, but like to-do lists, and then just knowing like, yeah, I'm gonna go out tonight, but that means I'm gonna do all my work before like A, B, and C, and then tomorrow morning I'm gonna make sure I get up by this time and start working on it. So you really can't just like let loose and be like, oh, I'm gonna hang out here. Like you have to plan it out because like social life is gonna always, like there's always gonna be something else to do, other people to hang out with, but you have to like prioritize and make sure that you're still putting in the work for school.
Also, like, we're just freshmen, so we have 3 more years of this, so especially like my outlook on it is I have to put my work first. That has to be my priority, because at the end of the day you are at college for school. So even though temptation and stuff is really hard, you kind of just need to put yourself first, and if social life and that stuff is more important to you, then go do that, but if school's more important, then that's what you gotta do.
Also, I feel like in college, like FOMO is still a thing, but it's not as much as a thing as in high school because there's so many people. If you say like, oh, I don't want to go out tonight, you're not missing out. Like, it's not the end of the world. And if you do want to go out, same thing, you know?
Also, people are always going out.
Yeah.
They're always going out.
So just how it works for your schedule.
Yeah, whatever works for you. And honestly, like, you don't even have to go out with your friends every night. Like, you can go out with different types of people and meet new people. It's not so, oh, I have to go out because my friends are going out. And Fiona was saying about the FOMO, how it's not really that big of a thing. I used to have really bad FOMO, and now mine is...
Me too. Mine is really bad.
Yeah, me too. It was so bad. And now it's virtually like non-existent.
I don't know if that's like a pandemic thing or a college thing.
I just don't care.
Yeah, I just don't. Another thing is like when you are going out, a good way to balance going out but also like being successful is like you don't have to go out and stay out all night and like wipe your whole next day. Like find a way to not like kill your next day by one night's going out, because like the worst thing to do is to like go out one night and wipe your whole next day.
Yeah, that's so true. High school or college?
College.
Easy.
It's not even a question.
In every sense of the
Everything
way,
about it.
College. Is making close friends hard in college? Absolutely not.
No.
You like become...
I'm closer with these girls than my high school friends.
Honestly, me too, which is crazy because like some of my friends I've known for so long and we're all so close, which is so weird.
Like coming into college, I thought like, okay, like my friends are never gonna compare to like back home, like I'm so close with them. But because you live together or you're seeing each other so much and you're reliant on each other, like you don't have other people, like you're just reliant on your friends, you know? So you just become so close so fast.
And like I didn't understand before like the difference of like living with people.
Yeah.
Like
so
even if they're not your
different.
roommates, because I mean it is different that we all literally live in the same like 10 feet. But even the people on your floor, like you can see them whenever, like you're always with them. You're gonna get close with the people that you're just surrounded with all the time.
And in your building, like you've never been in a situation where you can just walk downstairs and be with your friends, you know? Favorite and least favorite thing about college?
Favorite is you,
guys.
I would say my favorite and least favorite is that you're just always with people.
What? Okay, oh actually, same.
Why?
Cause it's too much sometimes.
Okay, well, I just can't think of what's another least
Actually, but yeah, that is true.
You know, I like being alone.
It is hard to get work done, like everyone's living environment is different. Like when we were in a split double, it was like we had our own spots to like do our work, but especially living in like a quad where you're just always with people, like it does make it harder.
Like I always want to be with people, and that's why.
And it's always that you're fighting your like self, like I want to go out. No, you should do your homework.
What is one thing someone told you before freshman year? Oh, I have a good one. Okay. Do not compare your college experience to like anyone else. Like you
I wish someone told
You,
me.
like, everyone is gonna make it seem like they are having the time of their life, whether it's your friends from home or your people here.
Take notes.
Yeah, and like everyone, you're a freshman in college, everyone's gonna have a little time period where they're like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
And like everyone is gonna go through that, so don't compare like when you're in that time period to when someone else is thriving and vice versa, you know?
Also, it's the course of life. Like, you're wherever you end up, you're there for a reason, and if you're really miserable, you always can transfer. But I've never felt the need to transfer ever. I love Syracuse so much, and like I love the friendships that I've made and like the opportunities that the school's given me, and all the opportunities at all the schools are so different. So, you know, maybe if I went to a different school, my life would be completely different and I would have loved it there, but I'll never know because I chose here and I love it here. So, you know, why even compare yourself to someone else? Like, you don't need to.
Okay, this one's for them since they're in sororities. What are your tips for Rush?
Okay.
Number one is
I'm breaking out my sorority girl. Hello, everyone. Okay, anyway.
Number one is literally just be yourself. Going through Rush, I think both of us not having like older siblings or a lot of friends that were in sororities here, I think we both kind of, we both didn't really like know what we were supposed to do or how we were supposed to like fit a box or whatever it was. And I would just say for anyone who's thinking about rushing, it's really like you want to be yourself, because then you'll end up in a house like yourself. And you're gonna end up like with people like you. So don't try to be anyone else, because you don't want to be in a house with people who are not like you.
Also, people said this to me when we were rushing, but they always say trust the process. And when people said that to me, I was like, you know, no, like I don't know what you mean. Like I'm scared that I'm not gonna get into the house that, you know, fits me the best. But honestly, when you go through the process, if you really do stay true to yourself and you just talk to people and choose who you connect with, who you like, you're gonna get put in the perfect house. And I think I can speak for both Phoebe and I, but our houses fit us so perfectly.
Third thing for Rush is make sure that you have certain conversations ready of like what you want to tell these people. So,
Prepare!
Like, yeah.
Like
so
Capricorn.
for example, we can both say ours like quickly, but I knew that I wanted to talk about how I love to travel, because that's something big in my life. I knew I wanted to talk about how I went to Spanish immersion, because that's a big thing that shaped me.
And Espanol.
And then I can't think of the other thing I wanted to say, but I know she talked about Joe Biden.
Oh yes.
Podcast.
So I talked about all of my journalism stuff. One of the big hitters was that I've met Joe Biden. So I'd always say that, and then they'd say, "Oh my God, you met Joe Biden!" Like, so that's kind of, you need to feel the room when you go in. I mean, ours was over Zoom, but when you go and start talking to a girl, you need to kind of fit her, not fit her vibe, but like
just
if you're feeling a girl
match
and you
the
guys are
energy.
match the energy and just go in and be enthusiastic. Like, don't be nervous, because these girls are like eventually gonna be your friends, you know, wherever you end up.
And it is really like a quick like 15-minute almost like interview. Like, you can work the system to like have a great conversation, you can do whatever, but all that I can say is like you want to stand out and like have those good conversations, ask those deep questions, and be interested, because like they're gonna like see you standing out so much more if you put a lot of effort in and you do bring something new to the table.
What is the biggest change that happened to you in college?
I think, like we said before, it's just like for me it's just finding myself more and having more time that I'm like thinking about myself and who I want to be. And also for me, it's just I'm not as stressed.
Yeah, I would say like confidence, honestly. Like,
Confidence.
I feel like I'm just like so fully myself.
Yeah.
Okay, can you still date in college or have a boyfriend, or is it all hookups? Okay, honestly, I feel like going into college, you think it like you can't, but it's really 50-50. So many people are in relationships like you wouldn't like expect, but like it's really just the same.
I think hookup culture, you know, is really different at every school, and I think you're gonna find people who are into it and you're gonna find people who aren't into it. And
yeah,
you know,
it's up to you.
that it's up to you. Like, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. If you want to do that, go for it. Like, go do that.
And one other thing is, don't spend time your freshman year like looking for this like Prince Charming, and like don't go into freshman year like trying to like date someone or anything like that, because it will like have an impact, and you're just trying to get here and like get to know people. So I would say really just like take everything easy and don't like have too high of expectations.
Make
you're gonna
friends
get upset.
first. No, thank you.
Just live your life.
Yeah.
But this goes into the next question, which is, do you recommend having a boyfriend going into your freshman year, and can long distance work? So, okay, everyone always said, do not go into college with a boyfriend, don't go into college with a boyfriend. Like, you always hear that. But like, do whatever you want. It's not that big of a deal, and long distance can work. You just have to both want it equally. Okay, I honestly think that's a good thing, because then you're like really independent, and when you're together all the time, you're like codependent on each other. So you just become your own person, and you can live your own lives, but when you come together, you can be like the best versions of yourself together.
In my opinion, I am a very open person, and so feeling closed off to the world is something that's like very scary, especially coming to college. So it's really a personal preference, because Phoebe, on the other hand, you know, is in a long distance relationship and they're thriving and they're so happy. So it's really dependent on you and your partner and seeing if that will work for you. But like with me, I just want to focus on myself right now, and I'm so happy doing that. Like, I'm not reliant on someone else for happiness. I'm kind of just reliant on myself.
You do want to make sure though that if you're in a distance relationship, that you are fully present like when you're here.
Yeah.
Like if the distance like relationship is taking from your college experience, you really don't want to let it do that, because you literally have 4 years here and it goes by so fast that you just want to make sure that you're still putting in time to like have this experience.
Last question, what are some dorm essentials that you couldn't live without freshman year? Mini vacuum.
Oh.
Like,
when
no
do we
one's-
ever use the mini vacuum?
I use
all
it.
the
I use it.
time.
I never.
But that's one thing you wouldn't think of, but
Yeah.
like you need.
Your room gets
Swifters.
so dusty, you need Swifters.
Unless you have a carpet, well, vacuum.
Yeah. Okay, this thing that sticks to your back of the phone to put all your cards in, so much easier than like a wallet, anything. You have your school ID, you just pull it. It's
I agree, because I don't have one and I lose my ID literally every single day. So that's not fun.
like a robe, or like one of those little tie up.
Oh, a robe.
Like
Yes.
towels that like clip on or whatever.
You have to walk down halls with random people, like
Yeah,
you
so
don't
you're
want
like
to
random men.
You don't want anything falling out.
for your, you need a
Shower caddy.
Shower
Yeah,
caddy.
you need one.
I prefer a fabric one. I think one of you has a plastic
She does.
one.
I have fabric.
Yeah, I prefer the fabric one because you can
Shove
hang it up
things
to
in
dry.
there, yeah.
Oh, command
a
hooks,
Oh,
command
command
strips.
Yeah.
I command everything to everything.
Yoga mat. Yoga mat.
That's not an
That's an
essential.
essential to us.
Okay, yeah. That's
Yeah, but
essential to
like
us.
if you're gonna work out in your dorm, you
Yeah.
need a yoga mat.
At-home workouts honestly changed my life.
Yeah.
Like, they're so nice. Okay, so that is all the questions that we're gonna answer today.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed it and that this was helpful. If you have any other questions or you're coming to Syracuse, leave them down below. You can DM me on Instagram. I like
DM
answer
us.
all questions about Syracuse in my DMs. Like, I like love to help people out. And if you're gonna be a freshman next year, I hope you have the best time ever and just make the best of it, and you have a good year.
Bye.
Bye, guys.